left my house, and there in the sky are these two big black wings. Now, to do that, that's a lot of money. You're putting planes in the air and stuff like that. And I'm really honored because this was done on July 1st, 2013. We've had a lot of things in the sky, because there's people who love Hannah. But my concern is I wish they had allocated the money to me so we can continue. Because there's a standoff right now. I'm not producing anymore. And they have it in their heads that they want to reenact. If they reenact, they're going to have to do it on their own, using stolen material. You know, because putting a cross on the sky or wings on the sky, it's a big thing for me. Thank you. But we've had many of those things that foreign soldiers had put in. We really need the funding. So today I did my walk, and because I can walk to the post box and back in increments. And what I did was I requested from Canada Post, like to gather them and do a donation thing for me. They are trying to control because big players are really fighting, and it's very ugly because you have to understand there's 35,000 pages of gold on ancestry and different topics. If just one line produced several billions of dollars for the militaries, China, India, all of that, I have 35,000 pages. So I'm like sitting on a big bush of gold, if you can imagine that. But they're trying to manipulate so the money doesn't come to me, that I'm just comfortable, because I'm a woman, for one thing. And the second thing is, I can actually crush them because of the crap that went on in around the vicinity. They see me as very, very strong and abnormal, is my impression on it, anyways. And I don't feel that way, but that's how they see it. And they're, to a degree, they're right, because I have zero tolerance for any type of fraud or anything like that. But remember, if what I have written is worth that much money, which it is, I can crush Amazon, Google, and all of them combined, including a few banks. So that's the issue with this whole thing. And what they need to get is I'm not producing anymore. And, if I don't produce, they're too busy assessing everything. And, there's a whole bunch of like the courtyard of Orthodox women right up the street. They're just sitting there. And, we have the Indians like a little further north. It's been very tough. And then the like three houses around me are all Chinese. It's been really tough because all of these players are just like big ass thieves. But it's not that. They need to manipulate and control the project. And it's one of those things where it's like this person's here is bigger than Michael Jackson. She weaves in certain things and it blew their mind. Like it really, really blew every single academic's mind. In 2013, it's a repeat, UFT and Harvard had opened up the linguistic departments. They immediately shut it down because of the conflict. So this person's really huge and they have to control. And the only way they control is by not giving me the proper funding. So I override them with donations because, every other house in the vicinity is a church. I say to them, forget the negative, push the positive, and we will come back to the memorial one day. But right now, for donations, we need those donations because something simple like a bed, I need a bed, and they're going country to country robbing I think they want to feel what the British did once upon a time to many, many different countries. The British did that over a course of 600 years. Now, this is also a repeat. So, we have a different mentality, a different legal code, a legal system. You know, if you're stealing from a fund, number one. If you're stealing legally owned, number two. If you're stealing to push an agenda of one race, you have created the declaration of war against Canada, against Hanna. You came into a country, robbed it, broke Hannah's neck and shoulders, limbs flew off, skull flew off. That's one of the reasons I got the name Prophet Hanna, but that's not the key reason why. That was just a fluke with the Kurds. But the bottom line is, you just don't stop. And that is why these donations coming in are very important to us. So do support it. Even subscribing helps us on Instagram, Star Ilkin, or even this channel. It just helps us. So hope you can support. Thanks.